I am Ruth Ann Brown.
I'm John Jemison.
We are the honorees with the ABCD South End.
The Union Church is located at 485 Columbus Avenue in the South End. All is welcome. When you walk through the doors at Union, you feel welcome.
The two of us started working in 1960.
Oh, it was way back.
We joined about the same time, way back in the 60s.
My main focus dealing with our church food pantry was to make sure that all of the people that come to the food pantry are treated with dignity and making sure that they felt welcome and not just another person that wants something from the street. That has always been our number one focus.
We're feeding now from 200, last month was 299 people. I expect this month to be even more. So each month as it increases, anyone who needs food, they just call and we give them a call back and take their order.
I deliver food to Cambridge, I deliver food to Medford, to Brighton, Jamaica Plain, Dorchester, pretty much all over the city.
People need the food, and I become attached to some of these folks, just talking to them, and how grateful am I. I've had people crying, and got me emotional, how grateful they are, their food just came in time. I think what makes us a good team is caring about one another, respecting one another. I'm very grateful, and I thank God for all his blessing, but I always say I don't get nowhere tired, and I just enjoy what I do.
It has been a joy to work with Ms. Brown. As I said to the pastor of our church, my calling is to do what I'm doing, because we all need each other to be successful in life. That has been the thing that's most important, caring about your friends, your neighbors, and people who come in off the street.
I'm Seth Fichtelberg. I'm the community hero for the Roxbury North Dorchester location. I grew up on Long Island in New York, came to Boston for school, went to Boston College. I just wrapped up my 12th year of tax prep work. I am looking forward to doing lucky number 13 next year. I raised my hand in my senior year tax class when my professor asked who wants to volunteer. I gave it a shot. It was fun. Subsequently, when I graduated, I continued getting involved. They said, "Where would you like to volunteer?" I said, "Where do you need the most help?" And at the time, that was Roxbury North Dorchester. And I kept on with it, and here we are over a dozen years later. The impact that you have doing it is very immediate. You get to shake somebody's hand, look them in the eye, and tell them some help is on the way. A $5,000 refund is not unusual. Every year I have a couple of taxpayers who get a $10,000 refund, and you get a very brief but very intimate view into someone's life, not only their financial picture, so it's not hard to see how a sum of that magnitude can make a difference. And as I got farther into this 12-year career, part of it also became to help the people who are working at the ABCD that I work next to. It's getting to know people who come back to the site. It's becoming a part of the community that the site engenders. In that moment when I get to say, "Sir or ma'am, there's $5,000 with your name on it coming in the mail, it'll be there in 2 weeks." It's a good feeling. It's the reason I keep coming back. It is the most professionally rewarding thing that I have done. I am just really proud to be a very small part of the ABCD mission.
My name is Paul Dagenkolb, and I am the 2025 Community Hero for ABCD Mystic Valley. I'm a high school French teacher at Malden High. I'll be going into my 19th year next week. I've been serving as an advisory board member for 7 years at ABCD Mystic Valley. We're trying to help connect the ABCD staff people at Mystic Valley with the cities that they're serving. So because I work in the schools in Malden and I live in Everett, I have some connection with folks in 2 of the 3 communities that Mystic Valley serves. Students who are looking for volunteer opportunities, sometimes they don't know where to go. They're interested in connecting with the community, but they don't know how to get involved. So When there's a need at Mystic Valley, for example, they need help handing out Thanksgiving dinners to families, I'll get the word out to different clubs at the high school that do community service. I'll talk to their advisors and say, hey, we need 15 people on such and such a date. And the kids show up. We had a few students, they didn't have any family members here, they were working, and I had one student ask me about taxes. I remember helping get an appointment for her to get her taxes done, and then there were other students who ended up going to Mystic Valley to get their tax returns prepared. And it might seem small, but that to me felt like a huge thing, because as a teacher, my role is to help support students and connect them with things to make their lives better. And also for me, I have a personal piece. One of my most important mentors, she was a person who worked for the community, advocating for the poor, advocating for immigrants, advocating for folks who don't have a voice. She did this until she was well into her 80s. So when you see somebody who dedicated their whole life to this type of work, it just makes you realize that if that person can do it, so can I. And so why shouldn't I?
Hi, my name is Tamara Penton-Chester. I am the 2025 Community Hero nominated by the Women's Service Club. I grew up in Roxbury. My line of work is mental health. I work for a nonprofit. I'm a clinical supervisor. I would be the point person for a client who is suffering from mental health issues and or using drugs. The primary goal is to assess their needs. The bulk of the need it's usually around housing, food insecurity, how I can assist them with managing their symptoms and taking their medication so they can be successful. It feels good. It feels like if I'm in the moment of something, it could be a gathering with family, it could be out in the community visiting the people that I work for. I get a good feeling when I can help them navigate a situation. I've been affiliated with the Women's Service Club 30 plus years. One thing that the Women's Service Club allows me to do, if I come across someone in my work capacity, if there is some other need that they may have, I seek funds from the Women's Service Club to purchase those foods, purchase those clothing. Having myself in an environment that allows someone to walk up to me and ask a question or, just talk and listen and help them be seen for where they are, that motivates me. These are trying times, and I think if we can just be kinder to each other, it goes a long way.
Hi, my name is Jean Shiflett. I'm the community hero for the South Boston Action Center. I grew up in South Boston. I became a member of St. Monica's Parish. St. Monica's Parish today is a very giving parish. We have a food bank there where we service every Thursday at least 200 people for food. It's very rewarding. We've made so many good friends just giving out the items that they come. It's me and probably 30 other dedicated people that volunteer every week without fail to come down and help us. I retired probably about 16 years ago. My husband was the maintenance man down at St. Monica's. And I, who was very bored, being retired 2 days, asked him if I could come down to church. And he said, yes, we'll give you a couple of days. Well, that didn't work out. I ended up coming every day if I could. My husband took ill. He ended up with, I'm going to say, 4 or 5 different cancers. Just before he had passed, they had decided they were going to name the hall after Eddie and myself. So they dedicated the hall to us. We were inseparable. We did basically everything together. When he passed away, I didn't know what I was to do next. I just, like I said, you just sit there and you're in another world. And I just didn't know how, truthfully, that I would go on without him. And if it wasn't for my parish and the people down at St. Monica's who really helped me through these years, I don't know what I would have done. I just love it. I love the people I get to interact with. I love being able to help someone else. I always said if I had an ounce of my mother in me, she was always so generous, it would be enough to get me through life. I got it.